We're going to talk about power fishing or reaction bite fishing for a variety of species, and we're going to use a bunch of different examples to show you how and why we do it. A lot of people don't think that a Choppo or a topwater bait is a reaction style bait, but it's a very fast topwater. Either this or a traditional buzzbait would be good calls. I hardly throw a traditional buzzbait anymore unless there's heavy weeds, and the reason being is the Choppo is so much more efficient, easier to fish, and it's just more fun because I can pause it, and in my experience it gets more bites from more species than does anything else. And guys, you gotta be, if you're gonna fish a trebled bait around all these stick-ups like this, you just gotta be patient and accurate, especially in the wind. And you know, but it's as from what we can tell, it's the best bait to get bites with, like that. And so we're just gonna keep throwing it. It's not really something that a lot of people think of as throwing a hard bait with a bunch of trebles right on the bank in the grass like this, but we're gonna do it anyway. Look at how clear that water is. That's why I've got a black bait on. And I like black and clear water. Come on, buddy, swing on up in here and we'll take that one. So that illustrates our point as to why we're throwing the trebled bait. I could throw a frog. A frog would be a good choice up here, and I have one on the deck of the boat, and that's a good looking fish. Mwah! We'll give him a kiss. That's a good looking fish, but the frog doesn't have as much resistance on the surface of the water as the Choppo does, and this little Choppo has proven to be a serious bite getter. This is just a little Choppo 90, and it's caught fish all over. I've thrown it all over the place. One of the species, in my opinion, that reacts best to reaction bait fishing is trout fishing. And for trout, for me, most of the time it's a long, skinny profile and little hit stick. This is a couple sizes bigger, but a number 9 or 11 hit stick, which would be 9 or 11 centimeters respectively. This is a 13, so this is bigger. Fantastic trout bait. Fish it really fast, really aggressive, excellent way to catch trout. I already mentioned the little Choppo is an excellent way to catch trout as well. The little small money badger, the little baby version of it, has been fantastic for trout. And over the years, we've used the flicker shad to do really well with trout. But day in and day out, I'm gonna go with a jerkbait style more often than not. So something like the hit stick, I'm gonna work it on a stop and go or a true jerkbait retrieve, and I'll catch lots of fish with it. In fact, the first day I ever fished the hit stick ever, we took it up brown trout fishing with Austin Parr and caught a pile of fish. Got that one, there we go. Nice. That's a good one there too. And he splattered that thing. Ah, it's so funny, dude. One of the things we taught, look at that, dude. He got a whole face full of that. Oh, and it came out too. How nice is that, guys? You literally couldn't even see the plug in his mouth. Just as I say, he's got a whole face full of it, and he doesn't, it literally comes out, and that's because we smashed the barbs on those. And guys, look at this. Another beautiful little Colorado brownie. And I want to point out, these guys are very prolific in this whole region. Let's see if we can get him out of here gracefully. There you go. Hey, easy, buddy. Here, we're just gonna let him out of here. There you go. Another bait that I consider reaction bait, or style of bait that I consider reaction bait, is for sure a spinnerbait or a bladed jig like the slobber knocker or this power blade. Now, I don't have a slobber knocker right here with me because I'm on a crystal clear smallmouth lake and I don't need it. But a spinnerbait is a possibility. A spinnerbait is heavily pigeonholed as a bass bait, but it's a fantastic snook bait. It's also an excellent walleye bait around vegetations. So we were on a windy lake with Dan in South Dakota, Dan Spangler, who designed this bait, and I caught some really nice walleye, including a really big one with this bait. And a lot of guys don't consider spinnerbait as a walleye bait, but when there's wind and vegetation together, this is gonna come through the vegetation easier than anything with a treble hook on it right there. The wind prevented me from seeing the weed edges, so I tied the spinnerbait on instead of one of those and caught beautiful walleye with it as well. Got him right here, right him right here. Okay, little spot lock down. Funny how that color change worked. That's a walleye. What? It's a big old walleye. Look at this. Hang on, I'll bring him up. There you go. Hang on right there.
Nice, man. That's a piece, dude. On a spinnerbait.
How about that?
How about that on a spinnerbait? That's a power blade fish, and you got to think the scented blades or the scented skirts gotta help.
Yep, power bait skirts.
Power bait skirt. Look at that thing, guys.
I've caught fish 5-pound smallmouth on a reaction bait. It's an excellent way to catch big fish. The jerk bait, like this stunner here, has caught me more big fish than almost all other genres combined. Oh, he just ate my jerk bait. He ate Dan's jerk bait. Oh, there's 2 of them with him. Right. There's 2 more fish with him. Right there he is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh,
dude,
look at the size of that.
That's gotta be your personal best, dude.
That is a giant smallmouth, people. Oh my gosh, let's get him unhooked real quick for a still. Yeah. People, look at this. So Dan designed this here jerkbait, and fans of this show will know that I happen to be a fan of jerkbaits in general.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, that's like
dude.
Probably a 5.5, man.
Look at this. Let's grab this. I'm going to show him this real quick.
You only had to steal my jerkbait in my jerkbait rod.
I just made a comment about stealing his bait and throwing it because he had it tied on. Perfect little stunted jerkbait, and look at that. Reaction baits will catch you everybody. Big ones, little ones, and everybody in between. Got him. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. And so, have you ever done anything with the beetle spin?
Yes. Yes, I have.
I've done a few things with the beetle spin.
Yeah, I developed a 1/2 ounce beetle spin. It looks like you're kind of using a makeshift version of that today.
Yep, I am. And as a guy that likes to tinker baits, there you go. We'll take that one, thank you. And as a guy like you that likes to tinker with baits, I think you might appreciate my 1/2 ounce.
There we go.
There's another one. Mwah! Big smooch, baby. Thank you for playing.
One of our favorite reaction bite places in general is a dam face. You get me on a dam face with a jerkbait, and it's going to be game over. Cedar Bluff, Kansas, smashed them on a jerkbait on the dam there. Norton, Kansas, same thing. Lake Keystabilia, smashed them there. Here at Horsetooth at my home lake, you can nuke them on dam faces on any given day with a variety of crankbaits. Can be just very, very consistent, but a dam face, anywhere you find them, is an excellent place to throw a reaction bait.
All right, well, classic example, guys. We're trying to figure this out. We're on pass number 2. There's 2 fish chasing this one. We're on pass number 2. There's another largemouth. Down this dam, as we just said. And so I threw from that corner to here the little soft swim bait. We marked a ton of fish. It did not get bit. It's very subtle. It's a very subtle bait, and I just don't think the fish are feeding that well. They're just very excitable. And you guys can look at this bait as I'm getting these Fusion 19s out. It is about as shiny and erratic as a bait gets. Get him back. Hey. About as shiny and erratic as a bait gets right there. That's that hit stick. Dan Spangler, a good friend of ours here. Dan Duran, thanks Dan. That's his deal. He knows I'm a sucker for chrome, and it's high bright sun and crystal clear water. So either chrome or clear are your friends.